guess just you guys get a little comfortable getting at home, and then you're back on the road again. But I feel like at this point, oddly enough, you've spent way more time on the road. I mean, you're used to it by now at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Is what it is. What's nice is it's not a big trip. We'll fly commercial tomorrow, back Friday, and then home for a couple weeks. We don't go away again until 2+ weeks when we go back to Duke. So home for 2 or 3 games in the meantime, whatever that is, and back here immediately on Sunday in front of our home fans again.
You guys have done a few of these Thursday, Sunday games. What's the key for you guys? Back on the road, or then coming home, or whatever the combination might be. What's the key for you guys here? You guys have been winning, so what's been the key for you guys?
Yeah, I think we have a collective group. We have everybody back, which is nice. We missed some kids a couple weeks ago, right, due to international travel, and got Maria back, got Jody back, so that feels good. Obviously, our nemesis has been kind of getting any sort of lead, right? We're still searching for a game where we're in a comfortable spot, right, at halftime or early in the second half, because in these 2-game weekends, you have to manage bodies a little bit more. First and foremost, you need to win games, but in the ideal scenario, you're able to get a lot of kids playing time, because that's what we always want to do. We want to play a lot of players. And then prepare for the next game on Sunday. So, gotta take what the game gives us. Louisville, they've gotten some really good results at home. They beat a very good Pitt team at home, tied UVA at home. So we're gonna have our hands full tomorrow night. No doubt about that.
Coach, going along with that, kind of the come from behind mentality that you have. I mean, it's tough. I'm sure it's stressful as a coach, but on the flip side, they're getting it done. They're winning. I mean, what does it say about this group? They have that no quit.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of, at the end of the day, belief and faith. And I sit there while we don't love it on the sidelines. I have total faith and confidence that our group will find a way to get it done, whether we are behind or whether the game is tied late. We have a lot of good weapons. We have a lot of attacking personalities, and while Jordan Dudley's kind of stole the show the last couple games, Ekagini can score, Jody Brown can score, Taylor Huff can score, and the list goes on and on. So got a lot of good players.
This might not be anything new to Florida State, but you guys talk about the Syracuse game and stuff like that. You guys are getting everybody's best game, being one of the top teams in the country. Is that something that you guys are used to when some of these other teams are coming in? Like Boston College or facing Syracuse and stuff like that. You're gonna get everybody's best shot.
We're gonna get everybody's best shot, and I've been in that situation before, where we're chasing the top team in the country, right? And no matter how your season may be going, right, you get a chance to play against, right, a top 5 team, and that's where we sit right now, in the top 5 in the national rankings, different polls. So undoubtedly, you got a chance to make a little bit of history for your own team. And so, but obviously, I've just been here for over a year. We've got some players that are new, but we've got some veterans that are used to this day in and day out. But it's what you want, right? And so it's like, what are we going to do? We're going to play to our standard. And honestly, I think our team, here we are. We said this Sunday, or maybe it was Saturday in our video session after Miami, right? We connected 80+% of our passes. We connected over 400 passes. Those are good numbers. We scored 2 goals, right? Our players, their standard for excellence is so high, right? And the standard in this program is so high and so storied, and the tradition is so storied. We're trying to tell our players at times, hey, we're doing pretty well, right? We're 8-0-1. We're sitting tied at the top of the table in the ACC. We're pretty highly ranked. And a lot of times they look at the glass as half empty because their standard is so high. And we're having to tell them, guys, we're okay right now. We're okay. Cut yourselves a break. We're pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm. Talking about, you mentioned getting players back, getting Ekagini back, your Jody's back, and then having Jordan there, that consistency that you guys have at the top of the stat column with the scoring, I guess having everyone back now, what kind of comfort and, stability does that provide you guys just on offense and having just those 3 at the top altogether?
Yeah, it's a big deal. They're phenomenal players, and then some of the other players to talk around them. You know, we've played a couple different systems recently, and so that challenge is a little bit of you're trying to get comfortable in one way, but you're also trying to maybe play a different way. We're trying to get really comfortable in two different shapes, and then get all the players you're talking about comfortable with one another, and that just happens over time. And Jody being gone last week for Olympic qualifiers, big deal, right? Maria being gone with the U23s, all a big deal. So these players have to do what they have to do, but certainly we just need time together on the field. And we're really, we've played 9 games now. Jody Brown, wildly, has probably only played in 5 of those, 5.5 of those, whatever the case may be. She's a very important part of what we're talking about here. So nice to be able to say, moving forward, even though there's some international things going on for some other players, I don't think we're going to lose anybody for the rest of the season.
I know the game plan right now is for Louisville, but anything that you guys have on the radar right now about Boston College so far? Anything that you guys know so far?
Honestly, each week we don't even think about Sunday, and I promise that's the truth. 2 weeks ago when we went to Syracuse, there was no discussion of North Carolina as we were preparing to play Syracuse on that Thursday night. So I know BC's record, right? And I know that they'll be here Sunday. Other than that, I don't know anything about them.
All right.